Brands on the Map, London. So welcome to our new series where we go around the world to different countries, different cities, and showcase you the best brands from that specific location. We're starting off things with London, one of the hotspots for fashion around the world. Now before we get into it, I do want to say that we won't be including brands like Cortez and House of Eris, so don't be surprised if you don't see them. I kind of want to preserve this series for more low-key brands, but all respect to those guys. So without further ado, let's get into this. Vented London is a brand I can truly say is more than a brand. Their roots stem from skating and grime culture, a common subculture of UK streetwear. They're very much known for their concrete ashtrays, which resemble skate parks, and they also have one that resembles a DJ deck set. These ashtrays pay homage to the brand's inspirations, and they all have their own signature twist to them. They're handmade in London, leaving each piece with unique imperfections. Joshua Smith, owner of Vented, started the brand out of self-expression, wanting to dress differently. Venting is one way to express yourself, hence the name Vented. A few months later came their debut collection. This is not sportswear. Contrary to what the name suggests, the collection looked at the bridge between sportswear and streetwear. Their standout piece was the flight suit, which came in a cement colorway. This piece is a simple light grey shell suit with the Vented logo embroidered on the right chest and the right thigh of the tracksuit. Another piece features footballing icon Thierry Henry printed at the bottom of the tee. Further pieces in the collection include t-shirts, shirts, jumpers with the V logo embroidered or screen printed on it. Flight suits are definitely something I'd like to see more from them. Their olive green colorway deserves some spotlight, and the unreleased brown colorway may be my favourite one. I'm keeping my eyes on this one to pick up. They also recently moved into cut and sew, with them having released a light pant and a heavy pant in the same colorway I mentioned of their flight suits. Vented aims to use their social media platforms as a time capsule to document the talent, work and moments of young creatives around London. They want to hold weight to their label of being a lifestyle brand by eventually releasing more homeware and some furniture pieces in the near future. Vented's subtle branding paired with a bigger purpose makes a brand I'm definitely invested in. Hillside is one of the newer brands on here. In a short amount of time, Hillside has managed to drop a collection of 5 pieces which have mainly been jackets. Let's have a look at them. First came their cloud jacket. This outerwear piece sees blue clouds printed all over the fabric with 2 black zips coming down the center of the jacket. The jacket then features a very high chin guard when fully zipped up, keeping you cozy in bad weather conditions. It seems to have an adjustable hood which can be adjusted through the string cuffs attached to it, which only further ensures you stay cozy. Another pair of adjustable strings comes from the bottom of the jacket. The hood also seems to have a slight peak which can go on to protect your face. The right chest then sees a little Hillside logo embroidered on it. While this product can be styled very well with a variety of products, their pieces seem perfect for outdoor wear considering all its features. The next jacket they dropped was the X-ray jacket. This is actually my personal favourite and also the jacket that earned them their first drops of the week feature. In terms of the silhouette, the jacket follows similar features as the cloud jacket. One big difference is the placement of the zips. These are placed around the sides of the jacket. This jacket comes in a navy blue colorway with an X-ray of a rib cage and a spine printed at the center of the jacket. This is then topped off with the Hillside logo embroidered on the right chest. Last but not least, in their jacket locker we see a collaboration with Sloan. If you didn't already know, Sloan is a contemporary artist here in the UK. Video on him coming later. This jacket may arguably be their best jacket so far. This time coming in the black colorway, we see Sloan's signature face logos printed on both sides of the zipper. I don't know what it is, but the simplicity of it and the contrast makes it such a good piece. Of course, we have the Hillside logo embroidered on the right. It doesn't end there though. The back of the jacket sees a bigger version of Sloan's art printed on it. I also like how it has a slight glossy effect to it. Now that we've gone through all the jackets, be sure to let me know your favourite one below in the comments. It's clear to see Sloan is a big fan of the brand, as both him and Hillside went on to launch a second collection, this time leaving aside any jackets. This black and white capsule collection features your basic tracksuit, tees and even a beanie. In addition to this, further pieces see Sloan's art printed on certain parts of the clothing. I think they did this the best with the white beanie, which sees a pattern of black Sloan prints on the front side of the beanie. Now I don't actually think Hillside started with jackets, as the first pieces on their feed seems to be waterproof trousers, so it's unclear as to what else they've released and what they've started with. I believe even Skepta was able to get his hands on one, however I wasn't able to get a picture of that. Their Sloan jacket was also previewed on Skepta's Instagram. Nonetheless, Hillside is different. There's not a lot to them judging by their feed, but their products and their photography speak for themselves. 900 is one brand that is so low key while still having high demand and making a lot of noise in the underground scene. Countless of times I've seen people recommend their tracksuits on TikTok and YouTube. The fact that their tracksuits constantly sell out quickly is what also shows that demand. Looking over their page, I sense a strong community with high engagement, as well as the use of their family-only slogan. Honing in on their designs, Their signature piece is a tracksuit with a logo centered on the hoodie. I believe the logo is a graphic of a person getting their hair done. This is usually accompanied with 9DO. However, their first hoodie on their feed uses 900 instead. Expanding on the tracksuits, we see the 9DO printed on the upper right thigh and the words family only on the upper left thigh. We then see their slogan again on the back of the hoodie. One thing for me that 900 do really well is the colour selection, especially on the first hoodie on their feed. I love seeing tracksuits like this because it allows you to play around with so many colours, which can always produce the next banger your customers go on to love. Of course, 900 have switched that up with a couple other pieces in their catalogue. I'm a big fan of their short sets, especially the text-based ones that they drop for summer. The blue and red set are hard, but the black one deserves its flowers too. A lot of brands try to come up with purely text-based designs, and a lot of them miss, but 900 have an effortless hit. The font combined with the puff print makes it unique from all the other text-based designs, so that's another thing I rate about them. One thing that I've seen that is quite popular among their customers was their shell suit. Shell suits are hot right now, and I've seen quite a few UK brands coming out with more of them. The suit follows the same design protocol, with minor changes in the placement of the logo. Nonetheless, it's another product that deserves its praise. 900 is a brand I'll be keeping heavy tabs on in 2023, because the designs, the aura, and the community make it a brand I want to be part of. I see heavy potential from them, and I'd even go as far as to say that they're contenders for Kings of Tracksuits in the UK scene. I don't know what it is, but something about the name just sounds right, yet it's so simple. Their slogan, "Everybody Eats," indicates they place brotherhood at the center of their brand. The name suggests sharing things with your team and thinking selflessly. They launched their brand in November 2021 and have since dropped the tracksuit and tees with their signature pieces featuring hands breaking bread, a logo synonymous with their name. I could be wrong, but I believe the brand was founded by City Boy Mo and his friend G'd Up. The pair are both music artists who within their songs show appreciation of where they grew up. This bleeds into the brand meaning of Split that as growing up in an environment where they couldn't afford much, they all had to look out for each other and show they're good. Their clothing has been seen on popular UK YouTubers such as Chunks and Sharky from Beta Squad. The first time I saw the brand, I actually missed some minor details on the hoodie. I initially thought it was your usual hoodie, and came to find out it has another cut on the sides of the hoodie as well as a missing hem. This shows a little uniqueness and is another reason I want to pick up a hoodie. The silhouette creates a whole new fit. I also really like the colour palettes that they've released the hoodies on. Their recent edition includes burgundy colourways which dropped around Christmas. Their past colours have been a deep green as well as a light olive colour, which actually ended up coming in a full tracksuit set. Going back to their first ever drop, the Split That logo was printed on the black colourway and the grey one. Another detail on the hoodie is the Split That text logo printed on the back. Moving away from their hoodies, let's shine some light on their tees. They essentially share the same design code as the hoodies, but still look equally as good. I'll leave some up right now of the beanie they dropped. One tee I was a big fan of was their Iftar tee in collaboration with Soho Yacht Club. More on them later. Not only is the design simple yet clean, but the drop was actually for a bigger cause where profits went to two different organisations, encapsulating the true meaning of Split That and Everybody Eats. I'm excited to see where Split That goes. One item I think would be sick to see from them is a shell suit. Let's see what happens. Peak Television is a brand that was birthed by founders who had love for film, magazine, and television, specifically when it was at its peak, hence the name. It was founded around the end of 2020, after the founders had back and forth conversations about it, but never actually followed through with the idea until then. The brand is essentially about capturing our culture today, similar to what television did back in the day. Before TV changed due to their reliance on advertising and hunger for higher ratings, it shaped a lot of pop culture and people's styles and views. Peak wants to essentially replicate that impact through clothing. The internet has allowed people to hypothetically create their own TV. Peak retrospectively studies the shift, exploring the beautiful and dark elements of pop culture while simultaneously acting as a nostalgic love letter to television. At the end of it all, the end goal is to revive the spirit of television and shape the public's taste. Moving on to clothes now, it's clear to see the inspiration of film, TV, and magazines. The pieces are simple, yet all have their own stories behind them, which Peak always manages to lay out well in their posts. The way Peak TV present their pieces is unique, and it's something I'd like to see more of. The best way to describe it is as a laid-back approach where people don't take themselves too seriously, but are instead having fun in managing a brand. Their logo is something I'm a big fan of. Behind the simplicity, I see a lot of thought that went into it, which can be used by them creatively when it comes to logos. Obviously, the mountaintops are meant to represent Peak. My wild guess is that the colours represent the change from TV going from black and white to coloured. For me, their standout product was their skinny set, which included a beanie and a scarf. For all my American viewers, this is the common combo worn here in the UK. Not only was their first design clean with the peak mounting, top branding, and the colours stacked next to each other, but the presentation of how to wear the skinny was also a hard concept. Their barber presentation was also sick, and just goes back to what I was saying about the logo being so easy to use creatively. Another concept I liked was the pullover versus zip mini film. I may do a video on fashion films soon, but in short, I need more brands to do it. Not only does it allow the audience to see the clothes on your body and allows you to bring them into your own world, but also makes you stand out. It evokes a stronger response from people. So their whole campaign for their zip up versus pullover, allowing their customers to pick what side they want, was great to see. Now, I recently actually picked up a corduroy hat from this brand, and honestly, I'm a fan. It would have been sick to see a dark green colorway, but I can't complain much. Their corduroy cap is what grabbed my attention for the brand. With their slogan being "Do something nice today," their brand is based on generosity and bettering the lives of your dedicated community and the people around you. This is another brand I'd say is a breath of fresh air in the London scene. Not only should they be known for their clothes, but also their work outside of fashion. Soho Yacht Club sure stick to their own word of their multiple charitable acts for the community around them. Their profits from their first drops were donated to help kids with free school meals over the Easter holiday. For World Book Day, they teamed up with Foot Patrol to set up a book exchange in London to create limited edition tees which are then traded out with customers for children's books. These books were then donated to local primary schools. Another charitable act they did was raising money to build a bereavement garden at a primary school, creating a safe place for kids who have lost loved ones. If you're looking for a brand that practices what they preach, Soho Yacht Club is a perfect example. Apart from their many charitable acts, they're also no stranger to collaborations. They went on to drop a corduroy hat with Cortez in 2 colorways, which all went to sell out. Soho Yacht Club also helped Chelsea create their third kit for the 2022-2023 season. It was inspired by the style in West London. For an underground brand to get this huge opportunity to work with a Premier League club is huge, and it's something they deserve more props on. Another collab came with A1 Denim. The pair went on to drop a denim jacket along with carpenter jeans, creating a clean denim set, which both the brand's slogans embroidered on the back. I'd encourage you to check out their page for more amazing work. I truly admire what the guys behind the brand are doing and how they've used fashion to spread such a positive message. Now, EAI is probably the smallest brand on here, but don't sleep on them. EAI stands for Everything Aligns Intentionally. This stems from their belief that everything happens for a reason and that trials and tribulations should be seen in a more positive light as it's a contributor to success. This meaning formed one of their slogans, "Trust in their process," which is self-explanatory. EA believes that as long as you take necessary action, which includes hard work, dedication and sacrifice, everything will align with the intention of arriving at your desired outcome. EAI's designs are big and bold with plenty of colour. I was actually able to pick up one of their pieces at an event where I met the owner. It's a graphic tee with Malcolm X on the front and Muhammad Ali on the back. I always find myself going back to this tee as a graphic tee is basically like a wardrobe staple if you're into streetwear. Now that I think of it, I should have also picked up one of their olive green cargos as they generally had a neat design to them with the contrast stitch. Speaking of contrast stitch, it seems to be part of their signature design, more specifically on their tracksuits. These tracksuits have come in brown, olive green, navy blue and red on black colorways. The tracksuit is probably another piece I should have also picked up. Their summer sets are also pieces that deserve attention. I feel like one thing that EAI does well is the color selection. The shades contrast well with each other and the finished product always looks well executed. To date, I think their denim set is one of their best pieces among the others. The detailing and the graphics used really highlight the brand's strengths, as I've mentioned before. Obviously we got the contrast stitch back, but one thing I really rate is the print at the bottom of the jeans. It seems to be a highway with trees on the side and mountains in the distance. Whatever it is, it's hard, and the way it came on the denim was even better. I also like how the jeans aren't too baggy. It's something very different from the usual where the jeans are baggier. I personally like a relaxed fit, and I think EAI did a great job here. They also did a great job on their more recent drop in which they dropped a blacked out tracksuit and blacked out cargos. Conveniently, they dropped at the end of the year as it goes to show the levels they're aiming at in 2023. These pieces may be blacked out, but they're packed with plenty of detail as you can see on the screen right now. I believe the piece also dropped at the mini pop-up store they had with it. The shots that they took for the drop are insane. I think the effort is something everyone can appreciate, especially since pictures can be something brand owners typically overlook. Some of the goals for EAI this year are to create more intricate and recognizable designs, improve the pattern/structure of the garment, as well as use more custom labeling, unique color schemes and fabrics, all while subtly carrying the message of the brand. They also intend to expand into denim/leather pieces, accessories, outerwear, women's wear, and luxury fashion pieces. Clearly they've taken this into account with their recent varsity jacket being the first drop of the year. Cold. EAI are no stranger to pop-up events, and this is something we should expect to see more from them in 2023. Now that's it for the video today. I know we missed out some brands, but trust me, there's part 2 coming out. I want to hit America next, so I'm thinking either LA or New York, but talk to me in the comments and let me know where we should go next. Feel free to include other countries and continents. Share this to a friend who needs to watch this, like and subscribe for more content like this.